Hey, good morning, everyone. Hey, man, everything's coming in hot today. We had the music up high. Now I've got my audio up high. Good morning and welcome to day number 20. I am now going live right now in my Facebook timeline and over on my YouTube channel in today's live broadcast. I got lots to do. So we're going to go through 10 easy, simple, healthy ways to stay healthy over the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up next week, in case you didn't know. And so I'm going to give you 10 great tips to really focus on your goals so that you can get into the new year, unscathed, where they say most people gain 5 to 8 pounds during the holidays. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you create the life that you want by being healthy. So 10 easy, simple tips to stay healthy next week, right? Or I guess it's this week. Also, we've got the grandkids here. They're downstairs. And man, was there a lot going on yesterday. I'm going to show you a couple of video clips that Denise put together with her doing some projects with the kids. They did birdseed ornaments to hang up in the tree for the birds. They did Christmas trees. The house is all decorated, so the kids have been exploring a little bit. And also I'm going to share with you how to get a hold of our holiday ebook with some additional tips and recipes to help you plan your Thanksgiving. And if that wasn't enough, I'm going to show some lights that I put on the house, sort of decorated for Christmas. They're not traditional Christmas lights, but you're not going to want to miss that. So the theme for today, I've been going live every day for the last 20 days. Today is the 20th of November, and I made a commitment to really go live and to practice some of my skills and some of the things that I've been learning in a course I've been taking. And you know what? This is what you're seeing. So today I thought we would brand it a little bit different, okay? So for those of you that may not know, we are health coaches, certified health coaches, and have been since 2007. The name of our private Facebook group for our health coaches, we train, we mentor, we guide, is called Stronger Together. And we really feel that when we're working together, our clients, our community, our lives, our family are all stronger because we are working together. And one of the simple tips that I always tell is just never give up on yourself. If you set a goal and you're struggling and you stumble, get back up, get back on the horse, and keep going. But never give up on your goals and dreams. And so, again, that's kind of the theme for this Sunday edition of 30 Days Live with Russ. Again, today is day number 20. If you've not already done so, make sure you go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RussMcCann, no spaces. And you, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates on when we go live and when we have tips and when we post a new video. And then also check out my timeline. There's always great recipes, inspiration. You're going to find out what Denise and I are up to, certainly the grandkids and Buster. So make sure that you follow us over on Facebook, Russell/McCann, and then I think it's Denise Guadarrama Pendleton McCann. So you can find Denise over on Instagram as well at Health with Denise. Right, so anyway, lots of ways to get a hold of us, but I wanted to share a little bit about some things that are going on. So let's get right into the tips, because I think these are so important going into this week, and I want to make sure that you have this. If you are with me live today, please make sure that you drop in some comments so I can see you're there, whether you're over on Facebook or whether you are on YouTube. Always love interacting with people during a Facebook Live. The last couple of days, I'm actually thinking there may be an issue with Facebook and my platform because I haven't been seeing the comments. So if you are listening live, will you do me a favor just to check out the system and give me a comment so that I can see that you are there. So let's get into these tips, some really important and really easy ones. It's really tips that anybody can do to focus on health over the holidays. And the first one is to decide what your goal is going to be on Thursday, right? So I think there's an A goal. Totally rock your plan, stay on your meal plan, do everything you would normally do when you're focused on your health goals. Don't eat the carbs, don't eat the sugar, don't have the glass of wine. You are committed. Get in your exercise, drink all your water, eat every 2 to 3 hours, follow lean and green, right? So plan A is your overall main commitment, but guess what? It's Thanksgiving. And so you might have a plan B. My recommendation is to keep it really simple. Don't go overboard. Keep it all in moderation. Keep drinking your water. Do your exercise. Eat lean and green. If you have a few bites of something, make it just a couple of bites. You don't need to pig out. And then plan C is total disregard. Just do whatever the heck you want. But you know what? When you get done on Friday, make sure you come back and centered towards your goal. So that's kind of one of my main tips is make a goal. Know what your plan is. Don't decide Thursday. Decide before you get to Thanksgiving what you're going to do and what your plan is. Tip number 2 is ask to bring a side dish, a healthy one, of course. You can always bring a nice beet salad. There's a recipe on my timeline for a nice fresh beet salad. That's always good. You could bring some steamed vegetables or offer to steam those. Green beans almondine, a little bit of shaved almonds, a little bit of steamed green beans, and some lemon and a little bit of olive oil. Keep it super fresh, but offer to bring something healthy. Because at least there's probably going to be turkey, right? So you can get some lean protein, grab some turkey breast, and then eat your green beans. Eat the green beans you bring. So offer to bring something healthy so you can stay on track. Number 3, drink plenty of water, especially before eating. So if everybody's planning on eating at 2 o'clock, maybe about 1:30, go in and drink a couple of big glasses of water. One, you probably need that anyway, but number 2, it'll help you feel more full, and maybe you wear the tightest clothes you can stand on Thursday, strut your stuff, look really good. That way you don't overeat because you don't want to be in pain because your clothes are too tight, right? So again, drink plenty of water is tip number 3. I threw that other one in there for a bonus tip. So drink plenty of water. You're going to need that anyway. When it comes to cocktails, make them a mocktail. And I can just share with you some of the things that we do when we have a healthy happy hour is sparkling water with a little squeeze of, like a Mio drops, flavored drops, or a little bit of, just a little bit of cranberry juice, just to give it a little bit of color. Throw in a couple of cranberries or put a lemon wedge in there, let it float on the top, put some ice in the glass, and you know what? No one is going to know that you're not having a Cosmopolitan. No one is going to know that you're not having the holiday cocktail. So be on plan, sparkling water, a little flavor, a little fresh fruit, and you know what? People are going to ask you what you're drinking, and you say, would you like one? And guess what? Serve them the mocktail rather than the cocktail. So no one needs to have a bunch of family around that maybe you struggle to get along with alcohol in the system. You know what? Let's be nice. Let's be kind. Do the mocktail. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5 is focus on family and friends. And remember, it's not about the food. It's about the gathering, the time to get together with people you don't see very often. Whether it be the kids, whether it be, an aunt and uncle or cousin, whether it might even be just your brother and sister, whatever it is, focus on those meaningful conversations and really spend time with the people you don't get much time with, right? So I know we're going to be going over to San Ramon to Denise's sister's house. We're going to see lots of family, and you know what? It's always a great time when family gets together. So focus on family, not the food. You might not stand around the appetizer table, right? You might go into the living room and sit down with maybe a cousin you haven't seen and have a great conversation with them. So again, don't make it about the food. All right, number 6, when it comes to the main meal, fill up on veggies, high in fiber, fill up on protein to keep you strong. And when you fill up on veggies and protein first, you will have less room for the mashed potatoes and the stuffing and the pumpkin pie. I've been to Thanksgiving where I gorged so much at the Thanksgiving meal, I didn't even eat pumpkin pie. And that's one of my favorites because I was just too dang full. So fill up on veggies, fill up on protein. And you know what? Tip number 7, if you are going to have a little bit of mashed potatoes, a little bit of sweet potatoes, candied yams, stuffing, grandma's favorite stuffing, whatever it is, limit yourself to 3 bites of the extras and maybe just a couple of those, right? Because most of the satisfaction from those dishes are going to come in the first bite or 2. So you don't need to keep eating until the plate is completely gone. Doesn't mean that you can't eat any of those good things. It just limit the amount. And if you filled up on veggies and protein and drank plenty of water, there's probably not going to be too much room for all of that anyway. Also, after the big meal, offer to take the kids for a walk, right? The kids are a little antsy anyway. Thanksgiving is not like Christmas where there's a bunch of toys and they can go play. Most of the time they're sitting around bored out of their mind. And you know what? Offer to walk to the park or take the kids out and play in the yard a little bit of frisbee, a little bit of football. You know, that's always fun to do on Thanksgiving. So offer after the big meal, because remember, you're not going to be stuffed. Go out and offer to take the kids for a walk, and you know what? The rest of the relatives will thank you because you've taken all the kids and they're going to get a chance to rest and relax. So that can be a great tip. Tip number 8. Tip number 9 is serve dessert. In other words, you be part of the staff, right? So serve dessert and offer to clean up rather than sitting around going, what else can I eat, right? So get into service, offer to clean up, serve dessert, and by the time you get done serving, you know what? There's probably going to be no time or energy or room for you as well. And tip number 10 is at the end of the meal, pack up all the leftovers, put them in to-go containers, and send them packing, right? Send them home with everybody else. Because sometimes people, you know, it's not the main meal that's the big deal. It's the 3 or 4 days of leftovers, right? So pack it all up, send it so that, guess what, on Friday, you can get back to your regular plan, whatever that is for you, and be right on track. So those are my 10 tips for focusing on having a healthy Thanksgiving. We've got more in the ebook, which I'll share with you in a couple of seconds, but wanted to make sure if you are with me live, either over on YouTube or in Facebook, feel free to give me some love. I'd love to get some interaction going. I think the system might be struggling a little bit. Normally I see the comments coming through, not seeing those this morning, but I wanted to make sure. So if you are listening, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me a comment so I can know that you're there. All right, so as I shared with you, Denise has got the kids here. Actually, we both do. And there's always a lot going on when we have the kids, but man, we sure love it. You know, we've got Scarlett and Levi. They live closest to us. They're over in Roseville. Mom and Dad dropped them off last night. They spent the night with Granny and Papa, and they're going home today. So guess what? We filled up the day yesterday with lots of activities. And so Denise did a little video on her phone. I thought I'd share it with you. So yeah, just a short little video. Enjoy watching the kids celebrate a little bit about what Christmas is all about. Video.
So let's do the other side for a hole.
Let me do it.
You want
Let's
to do it?
this guy.
Well,
Let's
first we're
do this guy.
first we're doing this one, then we'll do that one. Okay?
Let's do this guy. Let's do this guy.
You want to do all of them?
And this guy. And
I almost
this
look like I need a
guy,
needle to
and
get it
this
through.
guy. Right.
This will kind of fray. Twisty. Be stronger.
Me. Now it's my turn. No, me.
Get it through. I could get like a thick needle of some sort.
We got fingers.
Yeah, but we don't want to break it if I make the hole too big.
The first bigger. The shirt's bigger.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Denise did the bird seed molds with a little bit of gelatin, some bird seed, and put it in cookie cutter molds, right? Poked holes in it, put a string on it, a ribbon, and that'll hang in the yard for the birds to get at. And so the kids, that was an activity, right? So the good thing about having grandkids over is fill them up with activity, things to do, and they're just going to love coming to Granny and Papa. So we don't, it's too cold for the swimming pool. So guess what? Granny came up with a good activity. And in the video earlier, the kids got sent over with another craft with the felt Christmas trees, and they had some time and fun putting that together too. So yeah, it's just a blast having the grandkids come over. And you know what? This was all yesterday, right? So if that wasn't enough, right? So I went out in the yard, and so I started putting some lights on the house. So now, a couple of weeks back, I went to Costco, and they had these house lights, modern house lights. We have kind of a modern house, and on the lights, it's just not white on or off, right? You can change the colors, you can create scenes. And so I programmed the front of the house to have this alternating green, red, right? Isn't that cool? And then out in the yard last weekend or the weekend before that, they had the same brand of lights for the landscape yard. So I put some out in the yard to kind of give that a little festive, and I created the scene for Christmas, red, green, right? And then yesterday, this is what I was saying, you know, yesterday was a really busy place, but yesterday I strung the lights again, and they're all the same brand. So the whole house has these lights, and it also had a Christmas scene, red, green. So you know what? We are like this beacon on the hill. Like Santa's sleigh is going to be coming straight. It looks more like a runway than it does a house, but we sure have fun. The kids loved seeing the lights last night after the sun went down, and yeah, we're just having a blast. So that was yesterday. So I know we're going to be a little plum tuckered out a little bit. The kids are probably going to be going home around noon, I think. But needless to say, we just love having our grandkids. We've got seven grandkids between the two of us. We've got 2 down in Lodi. We've got 2 down in San Diego. We've got 1 down in Stockton. And we also have 2 over in Roseville. So they're all fairly close. San Diego, we don't get a chance to see them, but I think we're going to see them over the Christmas holiday. Always look forward to that when Mariana and Jaden come. But needless to say, this is day number 20. So I've been going live every day for 20 days. Hopefully you're finding some value. I gave you the 10 tips for being healthy. So if you're joining me later, make sure you go back and listen to that. Some really great tips for being healthy over the holidays. A couple of videos of the kids. You got to see some of the lights and stuff that we've put up around here. But I also wanted to share with you that we do have a recipe ebook that you can download for free. holidayrecipes.russmccann.com. That's holidayrecipes.russmccann.com, and you can download it. There's some really great recipes. I think there's cauliflower mashed potatoes, cauliflower mushroom stuffing, kabocha squash pie, which is kind of like a mock pumpkin pie. There's some zucchini chips, things in there that would be really healthy for the holidays, and some really great tips to remind you of your ultimate goals. So make sure you download that, holidayrecipes.russmccann.com. And always love giving tips and value, and that's really why I've been doing the 30 days live with Russ. So tomorrow will be day number 21. So guess what? We are 2/3 of the way through my 30 days live. Man, 20 days have flown by. We're having a lot of fun playing around with the technology so that you can kind of see what's going on, sharing videos and showing comments. So if you are with us live, feel free to drop some comments. If you watch this in replay, let me know that you watched this in replay. Make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RussMcCann, no spaces, and you will get notified the next time I go live. All right, well, I got a couple of other things to do around the house. It's also football Sunday around here. I think the 49ers, my team's playing tomorrow. But you know, plenty of great games today. You guys go out and have an amazing Sunday, and just focus on the things that matter most to you. And we'll see you sometime tomorrow.